Hello everybody. I hope you're all doing well. It's quiet here on Tuesday, so I thought I'd do a quick little update on the backyard. I call it Woodland Garden here in northern New Jersey. So we have some black-eyed Susan, and around it we have side oats grama grass. There were small flowers on it that were, sorry about that, that were orange and beautiful, and the tiniest native bees pollinated. Now it's going to seed. So I have 3 grasses, very attractive, that I grew from seed. Very easy to grow. Next to it, I have some nodding onion that's going to flower this year. I planted it a year ago, and in the last summer I planted it back here. It's not native to New Jersey, but it's lovely, and you see it's called nodding onion because it nods. It goes down like that. And only bumblebees can pollinate it because they're able to hang upside down and pollinate flowers. But what I do is, after the flower has gone to seed, the seeds are really cool. They're shiny and black. Are they shiny? I'm not sure. But I deadhead them because I don't want nodding onions everywhere. So I deadhead and regrow or share. Okay, I stuck some swamp milkweed or rose milkweed here. You can see there's, sorry for the blurry screen, I apologize. I'm learning how to use the, okay, you see some native bees here. They're not at all aggressive. Well, maybe they're aggressive with each other, but not towards me. They don't care about me, they want the nectar. This beautiful plant is a host plant for the monarch butterfly. And what host plant means is, without this plant and other plants like it in the milkweed family, Asclepias, they will go extinct. Adult females cannot lay eggs on, black-eyed Susan or any other plant, only Asclepias. So it's a really important plant to have, and it's beautiful. So we have some very tall plants here. This is pasture thistle, Cirsium discolor, and they're a little ragged. They're biennials, so they've been here since over a year ago, and they should be flowering soon. It's prickly, and it should attract eastern goldfinches and finches to eat the seed. We have little blue stem, and I love the color. And this plant is stunning. In the fall, it turns like tan, and it makes these flowery seed heads. Well, I should say seed heads. And just when the dark-eyed junco birds come in the fall, they eat the seeds. So this will feed birds, and it also hosts butterflies. I stuck one anise hyssop here, Agastaki fulnificum. I don't know how to say it. It smells like black licorice. It's not getting as much sun as it would like, but that's okay. See what happens. This is a unidentified goldenrod. All here, and this is a lot of shade here. This is blue mist flower. It likes shade. It's going to be a wave of little blue flowers, very lovely. We have some ferns. This is our Christmas fern. And behind it is a silky dogwood that I grew from seed in 2022. It's doing well. A lot of white flies. We have ostrich fern. and some sensitive fern behind it. This is pretty. I think this is pretty. This is bottle brush grass. I'm using common names here. Pardon me, I'm still learning the science names. It has seeds already on it, and it grows well in dry shade, even though we've been getting a lot of rain here in northern New Jersey. I have a very large sugar maple that's from 1820. We had it dated. And I planted a small, from seed, wild black cherry here, so that when the sad day comes that this tree does go, I'm not taking it down, but if something happens, I'll have a tree started here already. But I'm not taking down that tree. I love it. There's a family of raccoons that live up in there. It's cute. Okay. I do have some wild gingers all over here and there, I should say. I think this is bloodroot. I don't think that's wild ginger. I think that's bloodroot. I'm not sure. I do have bloodroot in here, but I would think they would be gone by now because they fade in summer. This is a bladder nut. This is interesting. I'm very happy about this. This is, Cercis canadensis. This is our redbud tree. And I grew this from seed in 2022. And it was taller than it is now. It was about 6 inches taller and it broke. And what was left was just a stick. And I didn't know if it would come back, and it did. I gave it a little fertilizer and it came back. This is beautiful. This is one of my favorite perennials, yes. This is called Black Cohosh. I just have 3 back here. I have more on the side of the house. And it looks really pretty in the evening, even with these cages around it. Very hard to grow from seed. I bought that as a bare root. This is Joe Pye weed. Surprisingly taking quite a bit of shade in my garden. This is a tree, a bare root tree I bought. Eastern Wahoo. Euonymus purpurescens. Native and rare to Bergen County where I live, so I'm excited. I purchased 1 bare root from prairiemoonnursery.com and they sent me 3. So I actually have 3 of these battered around. Mountain mint, clustered mountain mint, doing well back here. This isn't full sun. It gets some full sun in the morning. I grew this from seed. This is Maryland Senna. The yellow sulfur butterflies use this as a host plant. And often when I'm picking out what I want to grow, I look in the butterfly insect book and I determine which butterflies I would like to see in the garden. And then I find its host plant and that's what I grow. It's not about me, though this garden brings me a lot of joy. None of this is about me. This isn't my space. It's about what I bring in and they can have it. I'm very fortunate that I do tend to see the butterflies come quickly. Here is interesting, this is another wild black cherry that's the same age as the one by the sugar maple, but it just gets more sun, so it's bigger. Okay. Let's see what else there is that looks good. I planted shrubby St. John's wort, Hypericum prolificum, also native and rare in Bergen County, New Jersey. I purchased 3 plants and now I have multiple plants everywhere because I leave the seeds up for the birds and it does self-seed. So the other day I took a self-seeded one and I put it on the other side of the step. And I built this little, built is a sad word, little wall for the chipmunks to find shelter in if there's a fox. And I had been growing some wild violets in pots, and I popped them in there with some soil. Let's see if it works. So shrubby St. John's wort is not picky about its sun needs or soil. It's really, you could put it anywhere pretty much. It's gonna be happy. And it turns this really pretty color in the fall. It feeds bumblebees. They go crazy for these flowers. I believe it's all pollen. The ones in the front yard are bigger and in full sun, so there's just bumblebees all over it. Very busy at work. I have some plants over here. I planted some more violets. This is our native Pachysandra, Allegheny Pachysandra, Pachysandra procumbens. So I had 5, I see 3. I think they're a little tricky for me to grow. But when they are in flower, the fragrance is out of this world. And it is a beautiful plant, absolutely stunning compared to the Japanese Pachysandra that we see so often. I did a short video on testing out the Pennsylvania sedge. Some were really happy. I moved them into more shade. Some, not so much. But I'm gonna leave these in the Carrick's, Pennsylvania. I'm gonna leave these in the pots for the winter. They won't die. They're very hardy, and I'll see what happens in the spring. I'm not gonna plant them this year. What do I have over here? This is a tricky spot. I don't know why. When we get a lot of rain, it's happy. It's just very dry. Got some more ferns, river oats or sea oats. Very pretty. The birds will eat the seed. I moved some figwort from the front yard to back here, and it's doing well. These are supposedly just laden with nectar, these flowers. But I will say they attract bald-faced hornets and a lot of predatory insects that could be a little scary. They don't bother me. I know how to respect them, but I did have a lot of these growing on my border by my neighbor where they park, and I moved them here just so it didn't seem right to have bald-faced hornets next to their car in the driveway. So I moved them back here. This is interesting. This is coralberry. And all I did, and all I did is I cut some stems just to prune it a little bit because it was a little out of control, and stuck them in the ground, and now we have another coralberry plant. It's that easy sometimes. Okay, well, that's the garden back here in mid-July, excuse me. I hope you have a great day. I hope you try to plant milkweed, Asclepias incarnata or Asclepias purpurescens, purple milkweed, or actually milkweed native to your area. And you can research, what milkweed is native to your area at Prairie, Praire, Moon, MOON, nursery, NURSERY.com. Type in milkweed, click on an image, scroll down, look for range map, and see if it's native to your area by the color codes. That's really important to plant milkweed native to your specific area. If you don't have a large space, you can grow swamp milkweed, or that milkweed I showed you, rose milkweed, swamp wilt milkweed, in a pot. And you will get monarchs. They will come to that pot. And they will lay eggs on that plant in that pot. It's really cool. Have a great day. Plant Native.